Hi guys, I'm Emma.
And I'm Jasmine,
and we're Too Much to Handle, a podcast where we talk about the highs and lows of high school. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome back. We don't have any mics again, so
again for the second time because we can't figure out our mic problems.
We might just have to upgrade, you know.
We might have to get better mics.
It's alright.
New mics.
It's alright.
We'll figure it out.
We'll be okay.
Yes,
We'll
we
be
will.
fun. I'm sorry.
So last week we talked about relationships, boyfriends, crushes,
All
high
that
school
jazz.
dating, all that jazz.
Oh, get it?
Yeah, because you're Jasmine.
I see.
Yeah. But this week the topic is, what's the topic, Jasmine?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Like that song from Encanto. Pressure like a drip, drip, drip that'll never stop. Whoa. Pressure like a tick, tick, tick till you just go pop.
Whoa. Yep. That's basically what peer pressure is. Am I right, Jasmine?
Yeah. Oh, you just peer pressure me to say that.
Yep.
Sorry.
You're right. I did peer pressure you to say that.
Let's look up the definition of peer pressure. The pressure to conform can be powerful and hard to resist. A person might feel pressure to do something just because others are doing it. Peer pressure can influence a person to do something that is relatively harmless or something that has more serious consequences. That is from kidshealth.org. So,
types of peer pressure.
cheer.
Peer pressure. Let's talk about an easy one. Like, like having to, like feeling.
No, it's okay. Keep going.
Feeling like you have to dress a certain way to fit in
yeah.
with people.
Yeah. You have to have a certain style or certain look just so you can fit in. That's like really hard. Especially, I feel like middle school, high school years.
Oh yeah.
You really feel that pressure of having a certain style.
Yeah. Like even if it's not like clothes wise, like you have the pressure to like look a certain way.
Yeah. I feel like in our day and age too, well, I don't really know, I guess, but like there's like, are you a natural girly? Are you a clean girl? Are you blah blah blah? And so you feel there's this peer pressure to fit into one of those categories of being yada yada yada, and so then you have to have that certain style that fits into that category, otherwise you're not considered part of that category.
I feel like social media really feeds into that.
Oh yeah.
Like social media is like a huge form of like peer pressure.
Oh yeah.
It's not talked about a lot.
Mm-mm.
Like the peer pressure aspect of social media,
like
but
even,
that is like a really big part of it.
Even going with like kind of having like a style, there's a style of having like social media, if that makes sense. Like most everyone has social media, and if you don't, you're left out. And so, and you may not be trying to like, maybe you don't want it, and like you've stood your ground and said I don't want it, but like there's still that.
Yeah, and it's not just like the peer pressure of like not having social media. Like peer pressure comes from social media.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like we were saying, like there's the peer pressure or whatever. There's this like conformity, if that's the right word I'm going to like have Nike and to have Adidas shoes and all these different brands, and you have to wear Lululemon and blah blah blah, but you don't.
Yeah, like dupes are cool.
I love dupes.
Dupes are cool. Dupes. Like I feel like there's always a pressure to have like the newest, most popular, most expensive brand.
Yeah. Which, like, trends are cool to follow sometimes, but like
they're just that, they're trends. They're not gonna last forever.
Right, and that's why I think it's so like peer pressure of that, of like, you know, one person's following this trend and then everyone starts following it, and you're like, I can't afford to have those jeans, but everyone has them, so I need to find them. And like that's why I like kind of like dupes, but at the same time, like then that just leads you to follow that trend, you know what I mean? Not to say that I'm not a victim of that, like, because I definitely am, like, of like, well, I can't afford those jeans, but I found these ones that are cheaper and let me be cool and still wear them. You're cute jeans.
You're cute jeans.
But like, yeah, there's just so much of that in our world today. And probably always has been, but like we said before, I feel like especially hard in like middle school and high school because it just is. I don't have the answer, but it just is.
Yeah, I feel like elementary school, like, that's not really thought about because you're so young, and school is just that, school.
Yeah.
But once, like, you really hit middle school and you get into high school, like, school becomes so much more complicated.
Right, you don't care, when you're in elementary school, you don't care about your outward appearance as much. I mean, you might when you get a little bit older, but, like, it doesn't matter that much. But once you hit, like, middle school and high school, and just, like, those, like, ages, it, like, naturally just happens. You start to become more aware of what you look like on the outside, and you care about it.
Yeah.
And other people care about it, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to step away from being peer pressure, like following the trends of fashion. I feel like I'm not good at that. I'm not good at saying, well, I don't need that, because I really like to say that. I'm like, well, I need that. So I don't, but just knowing that it's there, like recognizing.
No, like, everyone falls victim to peer pressure at some point.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's the peer pressure to look a certain way, do a certain something, like act a certain way.
Be a certain style, yeah.
Yeah, like everyone falls into some sort of peer pressure at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in middle school / high school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's not really anything you can like escape from.
Right.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No. Because anywhere you're gonna go, someone's gonna be judgmental about what you wear, and then, you know, everyone's gonna start looking at you more of like, well, that one girl that's popular said that Jasmine's pants look really gross, so I'm gonna keep looking at Jasmine's pants. Which, that's like your internal self too. Like, you don't actually know if they're doing that, but like, you get that like thread of feelings of everyone's looking at my pants. I need new pants. I don't know why I keep going back to pants. I'm sorry. But like, you feel pressured into like getting new pants. But like, I just like, easier said than done, like not caring about people. If you like your pants, wear your pants. That's what I gotta say. But I'm not good at that.
If you like your pants, you don't need to change your pants. Love your pants for who they are. Love yourself for who you are. I feel like another like form of peer pressure that's not talked about a lot is like the peer pressure to hang out with certain people. And we covered this briefly 2 weeks ago on our friendship episode. I feel like at some point, like, you're so like pressured into wanting to be cool that you're pressured to hang out with cooler people. Everyone is cool in their own way.
Oh yeah. I think too, like, movies like have such a big, like, you don't really think about it, but like pressure on like cliques in like high school.
Oh my gosh. We also talked about this.
Yeah, we don't have cliques per se, but in my brain I feel like I've made up cliques for our school, which is like not great. I don't love that my brain does that. But like movies, and I don't know if social media as much, but kind of have just categorized certain people into certain things. And so then I'm like, okay, that's that. And so then then again, like Emma was talking about, you feel the pressure or whatever, because like the weird girl in the movie was made fun of for not talking and hanging out with the plastics or whatever.
I was just thinking about Mean Girls, like how they have that one scene where it's like, who's it, like, it's like Gretchen or Karen like pointing out like all the different like tables and cliques.
Yeah. And it's like,
I just call cliques.
Really? That's funny. It's spelled weird. So
I know.
It's like, yeah. Or like the first thing that came in my brain was JoJo Siwa's Boomerang music video, and it's like, it points and like, it's like the jocks, the mean girls, and like the nerd or whatever. Like, what? That's like, I don't know, like, and then the nerd gets made fun of, so then you feel pressured not to be the nerd. But if you want to be the nerd, be the
I feel like the solution in all these movies is like get pretty, and then like it's like, oh, it's fixed.
Yeah, like no.
What the fart?
Like Geek Charming. Have you watched that? Yeah, I like loved those movies growing up, but like that's not.
And look how he turned out.
Yeah.
That sounds so weird, but it's true.
Go watch it. Movie recommendation.
Yeah, movie recommendation.
Mr. Branch and Mr. Dunn.
Yeah.
They would hate
We're
that movie.
actually stealing your podcast idea. We're just talking about movies now. So more unoriginal.
Yeah. Like Emma was saying, like everyone is cool, like in their own way, or just cool, period. But you don't have to sit with this, like, so claimed at your school, like cool people, like to fit in. No, because then you're changing who you are most of the time, and that's not cool. So it is easy to feel pressured, and like especially when you're like a new student, like, and you already maybe know someone at school, or you meet one person, they're like, this is them, that's them, those are the Fab Five, that's that's the Jubaba Boo Boo weirdos, and these are the Mamma Mia girls. Like, it's like, you don't want to be friends with them, you're not going to be friends with them, this is the friend you're at. Like, whoa. Emma's her own person, she can figure out herself. Yeah. Also, with like social circles of like that peer pressure comes with, I feel like, kind of the peer pressure of like extracurriculars.
Yes.
Like that kind of corresponds, but not at the same time. Like there's sometimes I feel like when you're in one social circle or whatever, you're in a friend group, you have a peer pressure to be in an extracurricular period. Like if you're not in one, like,
what do you do with your life?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the thoughts of a lot of people are.
But like, or if you're in one and like 3 of the girls are in soccer or whatever, like there's the like peer pressure to, they're like, no, soccer's so fun, or they'll like, you know, have inside jokes from soccer or yada yada whatever, and it's just,
and you feel pressured, like you want to be part of that too.
Mm-hmm.
So you get pressured into joining things that maybe aren't you.
Yeah.
Like do what makes you happy. Like it does not matter how other people feel about it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's those activities.
Mm-hmm.
Like they get
theater. Ugh. I don't know where you were going with that conversation.
Like I meant like those activities that like get the most attention.
Mm-hmm.
Theater is not one of them.
No, that is at the bottom of the list. Yeah. Especially like, and I think it kind of depends on your school and how they handle stuff like that, or like what is funded. But yeah, it's, if pickleball, which is not a sport we have at our school, so I'm going to use it as an example, is the most funded thing, then everyone's at those games. Like everyone's probably doing that sport most likely, or want to be involved in some type of way. It's what gets the most money, like student body wise. It's what gets the most money, like funding.
Like I feel like at our school it's football.
Oh yeah,
football
and basketball.
Gets football and basketball too. They get so much attention. So like those are the like it activities.
Yeah.
Like that's what people want to be doing.
Yeah, and like we just recently got a football team at our school, so like there's been so many people, I'm like, they're playing football. Like, oh
wow,
because that's just the thing right now.
That's the thing to be doing.
Yeah. And like it's cool. I'm like glad we have a football team. Like,
yeah, it's
like,
so fun to have a football
yeah.
team. We get to do football cheer.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like how this whole conversation ties into peer pressure is like people are pressured into doing that because they think it's going to make them cooler.
Right, and then if there's like an activity or a sport that isn't as funded or isn't as hyped up as much, nobody wants to do it because they feel like, well, why would I, like, if everyone hates on that or, like, doesn't care about it, then why would I want to be in it? You know, why would I want to be a part of it? Again, more peer pressure of, like, oh, you do chess club? I'm so good at
If we
coming up
had
things
chess
on-
club at our school, I would definitely do it.
I don't know how to play chess.
Me neither.
Oh.
But I'm sure I could learn. Oh, checkers club! I know how to play checkers.
I know how to play checkers.
I feel like, and then there's the cliche peer pressure like being pressured into like doing certain things that have bad consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I've fallen victim to that kind of peer pressure. I feel like this type of peer pressure that we're talking about right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's talked about a lot in elementary school and middle school, but honestly I haven't heard that much about it in other high school. I don't know if other high schools talk about it that much.
Like early sex.
Like early sex.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure we're on the same brain.
Early
Yeah, I
sex, drugs, smoking,
agree. Mm-hmm.
freaking ollies on the skateboard. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you do that?
No, I haven't been pressured into that yet.
No, I agree. I think because like in high school we like know about it so much that it's kind of a joke, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so no one like warns you about it. No one like is like, and there are like we do have talks about it, but again, I don't feel like as much as it
Yeah.
was in those days and back in our day, because yeah, we joke about it. We're like, I'm gonna do drugs, and then
Georgie Cooper?
yeah, and then Georgie Cooper listens to that whole friend group just joke about it, and Georgie Cooper does drugs because he's like, oh, they're doing it, so I think I
And now Mandy's pregnant and had a baby, so. George Cooper.
and George Senior dies.
No spoilers.
Peer
But
pressure
peer pressure isn't
may not
always
always be that bad.
that negative.
That
Yeah.
negative, it can be positive too.
Peer pressure, when the right kind of peer pressure, can lead you
To trying something you enjoy, or like
yeah.
to finding something enjoyable, if it's the right like how we're talking about with like sports and extracurriculars. Sometimes there is that peer pressure to join the soccer team or join whatever, and that, but you tried something new and you found something you completely enjoyed.
Yeah, and maybe you're pressured into something and it ends up being like your thing.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like there's like specific like scenarios where peer pressure isn't always like the worst thing in the world, you know?
I think, cut this out if this doesn't make sense, but I don't know if I'm going to word this correctly, so. But there can be a peer pressure from like your friends to like go to church.
Oh yeah.
Like, and like go to church, like everyone in your friend group's going to church. You're not, feel peer pressured into trying it out, and you realize that this is something great for you.
Yeah.
Did that sound?
Yeah, no, that sounded
made
great.
sense? Okay, in my brain it sounded like
sounded
it was gonna come
great.
out wrong. Yeah, you can be peer pressured into loving the Lord, which is great.
Yes, that's a kind of peer pressure that we love so much. So like, how do we how do we navigate all this?
Well, like I kind of said earlier, and I don't feel like you can just one day be like, peer pressure, not gonna do it, not gonna follow, but like kind of setting like maybe a boundary for yourself of like, I'm not gonna let other people walk over me, which is hard. It's hard. It's hard, but like, if you care so much and you want to like follow all the trends and you feel pressured into doing that from all of your friends and it's like weighing you down, then you need to set like a boundary with yourself of like, or not even a boundary, but just like we're not gonna keep letting people walk all over ourselves. Like, I'm not gonna let Jennifer tell me every day that my pants are ugly, so I need to get new pants. I'm not gonna let her do that.
I feel like it's important that we find like a balance of like knowing what bad peer pressure is and like peer pressure that perhaps could be healthy.
Right.
Like there's nothing wrong with getting convinced to try something new.
No. And also kind of like realizing that and maybe you're in the middle of like you've felt pressure to do something and you feel like it's going to be a bad consequence. Saying no is okay. That's important. Like, that's good. Like, if you feel like someone is leading you down the path of doing like drugs, I don't know, and you kind of like realize you're like, this is not, like, I'm following this, like, I don't like this, like, you can say no. How do we deal with pressure without losing ourselves, like, in the midst of dealing with it?
I feel like, again, like, the whole idea of, like, finding a balance, like, can really help you from losing yourself while also trying new things.
Also gaining parts of yourself.
Yeah, like, figuring out really who you are.
Yeah, but not, like, the balance of not losing yourself, but also gaining some parts of yourself.
Yes. I feel like another, like, aspect of peer pressure, like, and, like, while we're on the topic of, like, not losing yourself and, like, finding a good balance, is, like, going back to 2 weeks ago, like, having a support system of friends. Because, like, friends can really guide you on a path of, like, trying new things. There's also, like, they can lead you on a path of pressure, obviously pressuring you into things that you shouldn't be doing. But good friends, a good support system, your comfort people, like we talked about, can really keep you, like, on the right path of trying new things, but not becoming a person you shouldn't be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And, like, your friends, your support system, they can respect your decisions that you make. They can redirect your decisions that you make. Like, because, like, I feel like there's been times, maybe in my head, I have to make this up, but I feel like, I don't know, there have been times where you've done something, or maybe I've done something, and I can say, Emma, like, I love you, but I don't really think that this is the wisest decision. Like, I'm not your keeper. Like, I don't get to make your decisions for you. But I can tell you that, you know, your decisions maybe not be smart, but you can still make your decision, and I can still be with you every step of the way.
Obviously.
And I'm assuming would do the same for me.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know yet. We haven't gotten that far in our
It's just been me making the bad decisions, not you. You haven't made any yet.
And also your friends and your support system, your comfort people, yada yada yada, they're going to comfort you when you've felt peer pressure, when you've made a bad choice, when you, like, again, going back to that topic of friendship, like, they are there for you. And they're gonna encourage you, they're gonna be there for you, blah, 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 blah. Proverbs 1, 15 through 16 says, "My son, do not go along with them, do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil, they are swift to shed blood." That's just the Bible saying, don't feel peer pressure.
Yep, thank you, Bible.
Don't do it. Don't feel peer pressured. Because it can lead down a path of destruction, like we said. But it also can lead down a path of joy or finding something new. But sometimes being peer pressured and following the trends and yada 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 can lead to a different you. And that's not what we want. We want you. We want you. We should put that like the American guy.
We want you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Do you want to play concentration?
Oh, yeah, hold on, my hands are sweaty.
Okay.
Let's play concentration. No repeats or hesitation.
I'll go first.
And I'll go last. Category is anything.
Outro.
I don't think so. Hey.
Hey.
What I was gonna say. Like, you don't have to. I'm sorry. Hoping that, or what? Pants.
Boom chicken soup.
She really just boom chicken soup.
I really just boom chicken souped you. So.
What else? Peer pressures.
What the fart? I feel like people are good lord.
Yes.
What is wrong with me today? booty cheeks.
Catch me. I'm sorry.
But
You have something green in your eyelash.
what the fart?
Hold on. It's like grass. Water. Good
Water.
job using your words. So how do you deal with pressure without losing service? This is ourselves. Emma, there's a bomb in your closet.
What the fart?
Santa, I have to tell you something.
What?
So you remember how you told Emma that you wanted her to go on the snow ride with you? I peer pressured her. You wanted her to dress up like the reindeer. I understand. No, okay, bye. I'm sorry.
What was that about?